right, take a look at the most home runs allowed in each of the 5 stadiums that have allowed the most home runs this season. Steinbrenner Field, of course, the same dimensions as Yankee Stadium. It is the spring training home of the New York Yankees. So just like JetBlue Park has the dimensions of Fenway, Steinbrenner Field has the dimensions of Yankee Stadium. So you're going to see a lot of home runs. Short porch and right, windier, warmer, ball could fly. We'll see how it plays out. Let's get more. Lou Merlone caught up with Rays analyst Brian Anderson in our view from the field.
Here with Rays analyst Brian Anderson. B, you got, 12 games now?
Yeah.
George Steinbrenner Field, tell me about it. Is the ball flying out of here?
It is now. I'll tell you what, the first homestand of the season, the Rays started here. There was a weather system that came through, and the wind was kind of swirling. I know Fangraphs had written an article on it just because they're like, move over Wrigley Field. You got some weird winds here the first 6 games at Steinbrenner Field. So you really didn't know how it was going to play, but you knew that system was causing problems. This particular homestand, you're getting this prevailing wind that blows from left to right, and the ball is jumping. The ball is jumping, especially because any wind that comes through, it all is on the field. There's no second deck here to kind of knock it down. Yeah. So if the ball gets up in the air, you are going to see it move, and particularly out to right field. There have been some mishits. There have been 2 home runs hit to right field at 327 feet. It's probably all you need to know.
Well, that's one of the unknowns with this team, right? Because it's built on pitching. I know you guys are searching for some offense, so you tell me. The starters are still throwing the ball well, even without a guy like McClanahan, right?
Yeah.
But how does this affect them long-term here this season?
You know, I wonder. I wonder. You know, I've talked to Kevin Cash. He said, would pitching in a ballpark like this, having seen what you've seen, would pitching in a ballpark like this affect you mentally in some way? And I'm like, you know, it might, in the sense that you are going to have to be hyper-focused on getting the pitch to the spot you want to get it. You may have to pitch right-handed hitters in a little bit more to try to keep them from diving and reaching. You know, but guys nowadays, if you don't get that pitch in there and leave it inner third middle, those guys are strong enough to just inside out, get it up in the air, and it's going to go. Yeah. So if you're going to come in there, you better get it in there. But I think that overall, we've already seen that. You know, we were talking about, there was an at-bat with Mike Trout where they threw him 3 straight fastballs in, and Kevin was like, I don't think we've ever thrown him 3 straight fastballs in. But because of the way the ball was jumping, particularly in that series against the Angels, they felt like they needed to crowd some righties to try to open up that outer part of the play.
You got to pitch to the park, right?
Yeah.
Pitch with what you're dealing with. The other concern I would have, because I've played in a few night games in spring training, the lights. You know, the dead spots out and dark spots in the outfield, or even that pop fly as an infielder, the big league fly ball. Yeah. How have the lights been for some of these guys? Well,
listen, we had a pop-up that got completely zooed, and it was a high. I mean, it was way up there, but it was a clear night. I mean, a black sky, a white rubbed-up baseball, and it got completely zooed. And you hear guys talking about it after the fact, that when the ball gets high enough, because these lights are low. Again, no second deck. Yeah. This is a minor league, a spring training facility. So these big-time pop-ups that get up above the lights, guys say they are really tough to see.
So real quick on the Red Sox here, because struggling, hitting with runners in scoring position, striking out an awful lot. The animal you have on the mound, Shane Baz, this guy, 90, 98, right? Big curveball. What have you seen from him? What kind of a problem it is for the Red Sox?
Well, listen, he has been fantastic. Shane Baz has an overpowering fastball, but his curveball's been special. You know, his first start, he punched out 10, 8 of them were on the curveball. It is a 12-6. He spins it tight. That fastball and the curveball, for that matter, complement each other very, very well. And then the changeup, on top of that. He has been special, and I'll be real interested to see, because I was looking at the same numbers that you were. You know, strike out a lot. Boston walks a lot. What does that mean? They see a lot of pitches. Well, if you want to sit back and see a lot of pitches against this staff, you're going to be down 0-2, 1-2. So how aggressive will this Red Sox lineup be against this pitching staff? Because Shane Baz, all of these starters especially, they want to get deep into games, and they know that the way that the pitch counts are nowadays, to do that, you have to be super efficient, and they all have enough confidence to pound the zone with their stuff. Is Boston going to sit back and try to work counts, or are they going to go up there and say, hey, put it out there? Yeah. We're going to go after it.
Oh, we'll find out shortly.
Yes, we will.
BA, appreciate it, man. Always good talking to you.
Yes, sir. Yep, absolutely.
Good stuff, guys.